It's all about that fanny pack. That fanny pack, that fanny pack, Willis. It's all about that fanny pack.
No, he used to kill people if he didn't like their company at dinner. He'd kill them. He got indicted less than I did. My father's looking down, and my mother was such a beautiful woman. And she's looking down with my father, and she's saying, how the hell did our boy get 4 indictments?
So, fanny, like your ass, phony, like you're fake, or fanny, like a French ass. Well, she's just a ghetto ass. Fanny Pack Willis. Phony Pack Willis. Hey guys! So we're going to be discussing today, yes, Miss Fanny Pack Willis, the gift that keeps on giving. And so she is back up because the judge has decided that, well, Fanny, you can stay on the case. You can stay on the case, Fanny, but your boyfriend, Nathan Wade, and his hot dog is going to have to go. He going to have to go. But we'll let you rope yourself on this case. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And also, what we're going to look at is President Donald J. Trump, who decided he needed some help to understand Fanny Pack's name. Is it Fanny, like your ass, or is it phony, like funny, like the French? So we're going to tap into that also. And we're also going to take a look at President Trump's attorney, who gives her thoughts on the 6 out of 10 that has been dropped from this judge. So 6 of the charges in this bogus charges has been dropped. And because again, the DA, Fani Willis and team are incompetent, and they did not really define what it is that they were charging. So the judge says, you don't have enough information. You have not defined what this is. So therefore, we're going to be dropping these. So 6 out of the 10 was dropped. And so now we're going to see how the rest of it goes. But as of now, as of the making of this video, Monday, Fanny Pack Willis is still on the case, but her boyfriend, Nathan Wade, has been given the old axe. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Conservative Poet. I am Amania, and I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. We got a whole lot of people that hit that subscribe button, and I want to say thank you for doing that, because I will surely work hard to entertain you, to bring you information, and just to be the fighter out here in the streets for you. So thank you for subscribing. God bless you and God keep you. Hello, fellow patriots. Thank you so much for your support. And again, you can do so by purchasing products from the Orlando Patriots, mugs, t-shirts, all of your patriotic gear. We are in an election year, so we need to show the world that we support our candidates, especially President Trump. So get some gear at theorlandopatriot.com and you'll get 30% off. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. I'll see you there. President Trump, at a rally in Ohio just a few days ago, put it on full display in reference to Fanny Pack, and also not just her, but the entire DOJ and how they have weaponized the system, from Fanny Pack in Georgia to Letitia in New York, Alvin Braggs in New York, and all of them. So he talks a little bit or a lot in reference to these people and what it is that they are trying to do to him. And he makes some jokes. He actually says that his mother and father in heaven are looking down on this earth and looking at this nonsense and saying, what are they doing to my boy? What are they doing to my son? And he's just a great president. And I also want to say, I just cannot wait to have these rallies near home. I know Ohio out there had a great time, but I'm telling you, there is nothing like a Trump rally, and this is true. And I'm excited for when it comes around my way. And because make no mistake, I will be there in the audience. So again, Trump and Ohio talking a little bit about Fani Willis and the corruption that she is doing in Fulton County, Georgia.
Not only that, all these local cases like Fani. It's spelled Fanny. It's spelled Fanny like your ass, right, Fanny? But when she became DA, she decided to add a little French, a little fancy. Fani, and, Fani and Mr. and Mrs. Wade, which his wife did not appreciate. His wife didn't appreciate. Can you imagine these two people trying to take down I'm a very popular president. I mean, again, I got more votes than any sitting president in history. We have these two lowlifes trying to take down a president of the United States. But, equally badly, they went after 26 people. They wanted to make it 48 people. They had some senators that these guys know very well who were indicted, who were ready to be indicted, and somebody stopped it. And they wanted to find out what the hell is going on in Georgia, what's going on with the elections, and it's so crazy. And they almost got indicted for that. Think of it, United States senators that were doing their job.
Seen that, heard that, good. I tell you, President Trump makes such a great point as to real criminals, real actual criminals that's out here in these streets killing people, terrorizing people. I mean, murderers. These people have less charges than he, the president of the United States. And his crime, he loved this country and he wanted America to be great again. He wanted America. He wants America to do better. And what was his crime again? Crime number 2 was that he stood up and he called out the foolishness. He called out the criminals. He called out the corrupt politicians. He called out the swamp. He called out these people. And so you can't have that. And so they will weaponize the justice system. They will send the DOJ out after him. They will raid his house with the FBI. They will do all of these things to keep him from being president again. What they're failing to see is that we the people, we want President Trump. We the people, we love him. And he says it, I am a popular person. How is it that such a popular person, how is it that a person who is so loved by the people could be so criminalized, could be so persecuted by these justices, these justice systems, these fake police, these fake DOJ, FBI entities going after a president for loving his country and for standing up against the mob. And that's all he's done. And so I am super excited and happy that, again, President Trump has his platform at his rallies to do this, to call out the BS, to call out these corrupt individuals. And then, of course, the news takes it and clips it apart and put out there whatever version they want. But guess what, friends? Because they keep doing that, because people can watch these rallies for themselves and see exactly what President Trump say, and then when the news comes and clip these things together, we the people already saw it. We the people see where you're coming from. We the people see that you are misleading in how you're approaching your reporting. Like people like The View, people like MSNBC, CNN, all the mainstream media, all of them. They pull the content from his rallies and then piece it up and to present a narrative. But we are seeing it for ourselves. These people are desperate because they see the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall, friend. And you don't need an interpreter to tell you that it's going to be Trump in 2024. And they're afraid of that.
The judge said there was a, quote, lack of detail that was provided by the prosecution around the dismissed charges. Some calling this, quote, embarrassing for Fulton County DA Fani Willis as we await a ruling on her future and whether or not she can stay on this case. This is totally separate from that part of the story. We expect we may hear something shortly from the judge on that. And that came because of allegations of an improper relationship that may have been funded by taxpayers with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. Let's bring in Alina Habba, and the attorney for former President Trump on the team on several of these cases. Alina, welcome. Good to have you here. Good afternoon to you. What's your reaction to what happened today in Georgia?
I wish that all the counts had been dropped, because that's probably what should have been. I mean, at least it was a step in the right direction. It goes to the sloppiness of, frankly, the prosecutors down there. We know that that's the case. And more importantly, that this should not have been brought in general. The attorney handling this case put out a statement that I think says it all, and at the end of the day, remember, we've got a prosecutor here who's currently being questioned about her own ethical obligations, her ability to even stay on this case. I'm going to defer to this judge to make the right decision, but today was a good step in the right direction.
Seen that, heard that, good. So Judge McAfee, Fulton County, states that Fani Willis, or Fanny Pack Willis, and crew and her team did not present enough evidence, or lack of thereof, in reference to these charges that she has put against President Trump and all of the, I think it's like 18 more people, whatever the numbers were. But she was not able to give enough evidence for these charges. So the judge essentially had to drop them, or had to let these go, because they did not really do their job in defining what it is that they are charging for, what it is that they're trying to get prosecuted. So Fani Willis and her team were pretty much embarrassed, from what it says, that this is an embarrassing move, because if you're a professional, if you're a district attorney with experience, what you just pulled off was rookie moves. Like, this is first year attorney mistakes. That's not, you don't make those kinds of mistakes. But I think she was too eager, because she was getting ready to get that Trump bag. She was getting ready to get that Trump bag, and so they just threw stuff out there. Let's see what sticks. And the judge says, nah, friend, you can't do it that way. We're going to be removing these, because, again, you did not provide enough in order for this to happen. And I've seen in other videos where they said that this could have moved forward if they had properly explained what it is that they were doing, but they did not. And so, again, rookie mistakes on Fani Pack Willis's team, and herself as well, because they did not bring this at all. They could have really gotten that Trump bag, but unfortunately, they were over their heads, right? They were over their heads. And so it is great to have competent people explain these things to us, like Trump's attorney explaining these things to us. Fani Willis just is not competent enough to get this job done. And it ain't because she's got a vagina, because that woman has a vagina. But matter of fact, both of those women has vagina. So it's not about that. It's about competence. And it's not because you're Black, because there are Black people who are competent and also may have a vagina. But it's you, Fani Willis. You're just probably an affirmative. And so therefore, you can't get the job done. You just can't get it done, friend. Sorry to say. And it's people like her that really gives other Black people who are trying to get something done, they put up roadblocks in the way of other Black women who are really competent, who are really trying to get things going, but they can't, because of people like Fani Willis, because of people like Tiffany Henyard, because of people like Letitia James, because of people like the Affirmative Action Press Secretary, people like Kakalin Kamala. Okay? These sets of women make it harder for real competent women with actual ideas, who's able to really, talented people who are able to do things. They make it really, really hard for the rest of us. Fanny Pack Willis, the gift that keeps on gifting. Um, so any event, I just want to say we know there's more coming in reference to Fanny and this and her scandals. So we know that Georgia is looking at her. We know that Jim Jordan congressional hearings is looking at her, and there's ethic violations, that's just different things that's looking at her. And so we're going to keep an eye in reference to what goes on with this. At the end of the day, I believe that Fani Willis should really have to pay for her crimes, because as of the making of this video, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier on, but the judge did decide that Fanny would continue with this case. And so Wade will have to go, but she will have to continue. And I'm wondering, is she going to resign? Is she going to move forward with this? Because right now she is damaged goods. She is tainted, and anything she touched turns into shit. So I'm very curious how that's going to go. What kind of play is she going to do in reference to all of this? Obviously, she's got no career. She's got no credibility. She's done for. But is she going to, give her team a win and say, look, somebody else take over this case. Let me pull myself out of this so we could actually get Donald Trump, if that is their goal. That would be the smart thing to do if she's trying to really get Trump. But any event, we're gonna see how she played this, and we're gonna see how it happens, and we're gonna see what happens to her with her life hanging in the balance with all of these issues that she's got going on. So that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time. God bless you, God keep you, and I'll see you in another video. Maybe with Fanny Pack Willis, the gift that keeps on giving. It's Fani or it's Fanny. Fanny like your ass.